Hello everybody, it's Stephen here for the Idiot Quilter, and welcome to another episode of the Idiot Quilter, and this is episode number 284 for October 29th, 2024, 2 days away from Halloween. Yay. You can tell I'm excited, right? Anyways, let's move away from that topic and let's talk about my latest finish. And here it is. It is a Quilt of Valor quilt, and it is my own design. I built it around this very nice, I think it's very nice, panel of the Parliament buildings in Ottawa, our country's capital. And yeah, you can see there's definitely a theme here of maple leaves happening, and I have some stylized maple leaves in the corners of the quilt as well. And I'm very happy with the way it turned out. And you know, in real life, they always look better than when you have pictures of them. At least that's what I'm telling you, and I strongly suggest you agree with me. And anyways, I thought I'd talk about the detail in this a little bit more. But before I do, Lucy cooperated very well. And for those of you that are new here, Lucy is my long arm machine. She came with the name Lucy. She's an APQS machine. And Lucy was working very well. It was just me, user error. I don't know what I did exactly. Well, I do sort of know what I did, but I'm not going to go into that because it won't mean anything to you. But basically, I got one zone stitched and half a second zone before the machine, Lucy, thought we were done. And we weren't done. We weren't anywhere near done. Luckily, the quilting pattern, which I'll show you here in a second, did not have sort of a straight line that went from one side to the other side of the quilt when it finished the design. Some of you will know what I'm talking about when you're doing edge-to-edge designs, how that works on a computerized system. So I was able to get things readjusted and carry on with the quilting, and yeah, you'd never know. So I'm very pleased with that. It is now all finished completely. It has been bound. And I did wash it. Now, there's some controversy about washing a Quilt of Valor quilt in the official rules. They don't want you to do that. But in my way of thinking, I think it's better that you do for a couple of reasons. One, if there's going to be any shrinkage, that will happen when the creator has washed it. Also, if there's going to be any possibility of fabric bleeding, and these days with the good quality quilting cotton, there is very little chance of that, but it does happen occasionally. I always wash my quilts in cold water on an express setting, and I also always put in a couple of color catchers, excuse me, with it as well, and that seems to work. I've only once had one quilt where the colors bled, and that was my fault on that. So yeah, but and also they puff up, and I think that's the whole thing. You don't want a stiff quilt. I don't think a quilt is supposed to bring comfort. It's supposed to bring joy and warmth, wrapping you in that warmth, and I just don't think you get that same effect with a quilt that has not yet been washed, that is still, for lack of a better term, crisp. I like it when it's all crinkly and soft and pillowy and that kind of thing. And I think that's what people think of when they think of quilts, especially people who do not make quilts. So anyways, I did wash it. The one other problem, though, and this may stop it from being accepted by the Quilt of Valor people, is its undersize. I thought I had my dimensions right. Minimum size is supposed to be 55 inches by 72. Mine is not. Mine came out 49 inches by 62. So it's under. So I'm going to take it and give it to them. If they want it, they can have it. If they don't want it, I'm not going to take any offense to it. I will tell them that that's the mistake that I made in the sizing, and I'll be very happy to hang on to it, really, because I do like it. But let's take a look at it a little closer up. Let's see here. Here's the backing. Now, originally, I wanted this same design, but in a red fabric. And when I ordered it, I found it online. And then I got an email from the place I ordered it from telling me, yeah, they had it, but it was in two pieces. I wanted, excuse me for clearing my throat, I wanted it in a 3 meter, it's wide back, so 108 inches by 3 meters, because I don't like piecing the backs of my quilts. So they said that I still want it, because I think they had one piece that was 2.1 meters and the other piece was 2.12 or something meters. And yes, I could have got it, I could have pieced it, but I didn't want to. So I asked them what else they had that was comparable, and actually this is one I saw on their site. It's the lighter colorway, same pattern, so I decided to go with that. And you want to know something? I'm kind of glad I did now. So I guess that was meant to be. So here you can see some of my quilting on it. It's basically swirls with maple leaves in them. I think I have a close-up here. I do. So you have this, if you look down here, you can see the maple leaf and the swirls, and there's another maple leaf. I like it. It's a very nice pattern. I've used it on other things before, but I thought it was very fitting for this particular quilt. And as I said, Lucy cooperated, and that's always a good thing when Lucy and I get along. So that's what I've been up to this week. Okay, I do have a couple of other projects, and I'll come to those in a moment. But right now, some announcements. Sewing with Stephanie and Stephen this week, Wednesday, as usual, 9 a.m. The virtual doors open. It is a Zoom. It's not recorded. All are welcome. Bladdy, 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 bladdy. I say this all the time on every one of my videos. This week, a little different. Stephanie will not be here. She's at Quilt Fest in Houston. So it's just me. Yeah, I know a lot of you are going, oh, well, maybe I can find something better to do that day since Stephanie won't be there. I won't be offended. Much. Okay, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Yeah, so there's that. Now, another announcement. Pop-up sew day. Yes, I'm having a pop-up sew day this coming Saturday, November the 2nd. Doors open at 8 a.m. It is a Zoom as well for those of you that are new. You do not have to register for this. It's not like the retreat, okay? Come and go as you please. There's lots of room. It's a chance for you to socialize with like-minded people, like-minded creators, to get inspired, to work on whatever you want to work on, get caught up. Just enjoy the day. And as I said, you don't have to be here for the whole day. We'll start at 8. We end around 4:30. And yeah, it's just fun. Supportive group. It's a safe area. We do not get into political discussions, especially right now, right? And that kind of thing. We're just very pleasant people, and I always, and I'm sure other people do, I always glean a lot of inspiration and ideas from other people's creativity. I get to see what people are working on, because people do have an opportunity, if they wish, at any time they can show us what they've been working on, and so that is great. And some end up spending a little money sometimes too. This is a free event. There is no charge for it, but people always show me things that I want. And I go, ooh, that's cool. Where'd you get that? And I end up buying something. We call that enabling on here. Those of you that are regulars know what I'm talking about. But it's open to all. And, you don't have to be a sewer or sewist, whatever the term is these days, or work on a quilt. If you are a knitter or crocheter, fine, bring it along. English paper piecing, foundation paper piecing, art journaling, scrapbooking, whatever floats your boat. Okay, it's a day for you to work on something that you enjoy, that brings you joy. Yeah. Okay. Other things that bring me joy. Well, you heard me yesterday if you saw my vlog, and if you didn't, why not? I'll wait. Go ahead, push the button. Okay. I talked about my love of Temu, but some of the Temu tricks that they do to pull you in to buy more than you thought you were going to buy. And it works on me every time. But I am really loving Temu these days. I have not been disappointed in anything that I have bought from them. And prices are damn good. Yes, it's going to take you about 10 days to 14 days to get your item. So it's not Amazon fast. However, it's a lot cheaper than Amazon. And the stuff, a lot of the stuff that's on Temu, I've compared them to stuff on Amazon, the same thing exactly. And Amazon is always a lot more expensive. I don't know how Temu does it. Well, that's not true. I do. I saw a documentary on that. But anyways, I bought a bunch of stuff to include in my little gifty things that I'm making for the ladies at Ultimate Sewing, my local quilt store. Always like to give them something every year because they give me so much joy when I go into the store. They're always helpful. It's one of my happy places to go. And so I want to share my happiness with them. So I went on Temu to get a few things, and I'm making some things, and you'll eventually see these. They're not done yet, but I thought I would do a Temu unboxing, and I made a video of it when I opened everything up. So you will get to see everything like I did as soon as I opened it. So here's that little video clip.
So in preparation for some of the Christmas presents that I'll be buying, or making that is, I decided to make some purchases on Temu. And they arrived today. I have not unboxed them yet. In fact, I have forgotten what I ordered because it was a couple of weeks ago. But I bought things that were both Christmassy and sort of sewing notions that I thought I could include in my gnome rope trays as gifts. So let's open it up and see what we've got. Okay. Ooh, bought a lot of things. Not all of this is necessarily for wow. Okay, a lot of stuff in here. All right. Well, let's just pick it off the top and see what we've got. Okay, I did purchase some chalk pencils, marking pencils. These are not as a gift. These are for me to try out to see what they're like. So that's for me. And I purchased some of these. Now, I've purchased these before, and I love them. They're great. They're little scissors that fold right up. They cut well, and I wanted some extra ones of these because I like to attach them to some little gnome holders that I have that I designed for these. And so I think I bought 10. I think I bought 10. Maybe I bought more than 10. Let's see here. How many have I got? Whoa. I went to town, didn't I? Yeah, can you have too many? Oh, wait, that's not. That's something else. That's something else. Okay, let's see. Let's lay them out here on the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 14. I thought I may have bought in 15, but have I miscounted? I mean, oh, here we go, 15. So I bought 15 pairs of these. And as I said, these work really well. They're nice, you know, you could clip them to the side of your sewing bag when you're going to a retreat or a class or something, or to your keychain, you know, if you want a pair of scissors, handy for many uses. But they're great, and I think they cost like 98 cents a piece for this size. They had them in 3 different sizes. I think these are the medium size, so they might have been $1.98 a piece, but really not bad at all. So put those to the side. They are going to be part of my Christmas present. Then I bought some of these. These are well, they're almost like a button, so they are a type of button, but they're more or less an embellishment, and there's various Christmassy ones in here, Christmas themed. Let me just see if I can pull some out so you can see what I'm talking about. I think I'm going to include these, a few of these, with each one of my little rope baskets with the gnomes. They're kind of cute. So just a little novelty item. These did not cost much. I forget what I paid for these. I should have got out my Temu list and to see if I can tell what the prices are that I spent on these. In fact, that's what I'll do. Just hold on a sec. Okay, so I've got my receipt from my order. The scissors were $1.30. This is in Canadian dollars. $1.30 a pair. And the white tailor's chalk pencils were $2.26 for a package of 10. So pretty good price on that. All right, now these, as I was showing you, are the little wooden or plastic, no, they're wood. They're wood buttons. That's a pack of 50. And according to my list here, I paid, let's see. Yeah, there it is. There's 50 pieces. It was $3.43. So that's pretty good. And then these little snowflakes that I bought also as embellishments. They're not really buttons. They're just little doodads, I suppose, that you could glue to something, or you could sew them onto a quilt if you wished, or some other small item that you're making for somebody for Christmas. Sorry about the glare. And this was a package of, let me see here, what do they call it? Wooden Christmas snowflakes, 50 pack, $1.45. Okay, so then I bought a bunch of these. I thought I could include one or two of these. These are the little silicone um, machine cleaning brushes. I love these. And these were not easy to get. I never thought to look at Temu for them when I bought some originally. I bought them in a quilt store in Berlin, Ohio. And they were fairly expensive. I think I got 3 in a package. No, I might have gotten 5 different shapes in a package there for, I think it cost me about $15, $16 and Canadian. And here, these cost me, let's see, $2.09 for a 16 pack, and they are a variety of different shapes with it. So that's pretty good. Okay, so let's go on here. In this, I bought some of these butterfly pins. I have flower ones, and I'm not sure if the quality is the same or not, but let's see if I can get it opened up. A little piece of tape on it, or how does this work? There's a little clip on the side. Oh, there's tape. Okay, let me get a pair of little scissors here, and let's see if we can get that tape off. There we go. So we'll just take one out. So, yep, these feel exactly like these ones. So that's pretty good. So I think I got a package of 100 of these. These are for me. These are not a gift. Ouch. Okay, that happens when you, don't be laughing at me. Could happen to you too. When you let a pin hang out of the side. Okay, so package of these. They are 100 pieces, $1.46. The ones that I bought, 100 of them that I bought at my quilt store not too long ago, they were something like 20 some dollars for 100. And these, I said, seem to be the same quality as the other ones. So that's great too. All right, moving on. So far, I'm impressed with what I bought. It's all very good quality. Now, I saw these, or this. This is a zipper. It's like a, zipper on a roll, or whatever you want to call it. It's cloth. It's a nylon zipper, which I knew when I bought it, and it comes with the zipper head as well. So that's pretty good. I believe, let's see, size 5 zipper, freely cut zipper with 10 pieces of zipper, and it's got the size or the amount cut off. Does it tell me on the package? Not really. I'm assuming, well, this is more than 3 meters. I'd say this is about 5 meters. So that's quite a bit. And in rainbow colors, that's what attracted me to it. Now, what did I pay for this? Well, let me get it rolled back up. Maybe I shouldn't have taken it out of the package. That might have been a stupid thing to have done. Okay, let's go. This is for bag making. I think they're just fun. And could be for other projects as well. So let's see. I paid $5.06 Canadian. Remember, all my prices are in Canadian. If you're American, you're going to get these things a little less. So that's pretty good. Please don't ask me to put these in the show notes, the links for each one of these individual items, because I'm not going to do that for a couple of reasons. But one of the reasons is that you'll have to do a search because they change things all the time. So that exact item may not be on Temu's site right now. Okay, so far I'm impressed. Okay, what's in this bag? All right, I bought some more of the little Wonder style clips. They are not Wonder clips, but they look like Wonder clips. I have bought them before. Yes, the quality of them is not quite as good as the Wonder clips. I've had a few of them break, but for the most part, at what they cost and the number that you get, they work well. And there's 50 pieces in this package, and I paid, let me see here, $4.39 for that. So really, in comparison to, have you bought Wonder Clips lately? For a package of 10 Wonder Clips, they're like about 10 bucks or more. So yeah, even if a few of them break every now and then, you're not out a lot of money. Okay, in this package, I bought bag hardware. And let's see. They call these a rotating lobster clasp D-type keychain, or what, a key ring. So there you go, D-cut. And I got them in a variety of colors. And I bought, there's 56 pieces in a package. And these ones have the little rotator clip. And these are like a one with a little buckle strap on them. So all of those together, 56 pieces, they cost me $11.98, which is the most expensive thing so far that we've opened up in this package. And again, the quality looks pretty good. I think they'll be great for bag making. Okay, what else have I got? Well, I have these little like charms. Hard to show them on camera. I guess I have to take them out of the bag. Again, I thought I'd include these as part of my little gift package because they're fun, and there's a variety in these packages of each one. I'm sorry if I keep going out of the camera. So give you an idea of what some of these are. Oops. Little pair of scissors, sewing machine, a button, an iron, another iron, more scissors, a tape measure, and there's different ones in there. I mean, they're just little charms, but you know, a little decoration that you could hang on, hang on your little scissors that I showed you earlier, or something like that. I just thought they were kind of fun to have. And now the price on these, let me see if I can get them back in the bag. Each package has a variety, and they were vintage silver alloy sewing charm sets, 20 pieces, and I bought a couple of bags of them. I'm not sure what these are. These are not charms. We'll have to see what those are. I bought 2 packages, and each package was $1.66. So not bad. For under just over $3, you got 40 little charms. Okay. Now, what is this? I don't know what these are. Huh. Let's see. I don't know what these are. They're not on my list. Interesting. I wonder if they have anything to do with the bags. Okay. Well, they look like I have no idea what these are. I'm wondering if this was mixed up from somebody else's order and got into my order. They're just these little bits and pieces. I have absolutely no idea what these are. Maybe Walter will know. I wonder if they have anything to do with something else I have down here. We'll see. But I'll just put those back in the bag because they're not on my list, so I don't know what they are. Okay, now this I bought as an experiment. This is a lightweight white polyester fusible interfacing. So this one cost me $12.09 for a roll. It's 11.8 inches by wide. It's 20 yards of it. Yeah, I really don't know what this is. Well, it's supposed to be interfacing. It's got a little bit of a gray tinge to it. Let's see, it's still got this plastic wrap on it. Well packaged. I'll say that too for Temu. I have found that most of their stuff comes very well packaged. I've never had anything out of a package damaged. Except getting this out is not easy. Well, maybe I'll just pull that out. So, yeah, I don't know. It isn't interfacing. It's rough on one side. I don't think it's fusible. Oh, it is. It's a fusible interfacing. So, yeah, I'll have to give that a try and see how that works out. That one was an iffy buy. And as I said, that one cost $12.09 for a roll of it. Now, these are gift bags, Christmas gift bags. Now, this is probably the most expensive thing I bought. And they're large Christmas gift bags with handles. They were $17.98 for 16 pieces. I was taking a chance on these. Well, they're kind of cheapy. They're kind of like one of those bags you might get in a grocery store. But they're not that bad. They're good size. Okay, I was just thinking for those little last minute Christmas gifts, you tuck them in here. Sure, they're not as nice as a cotton bag. This is sort of a vinyl-y like material, but they seem pretty strong. So, yeah, for the people you don't like as much, you can put their gifts in this kind of thing. Not disappointed in it, not really, because what I wanted was some cheap bags, inexpensive bags. I didn't want to spend a whole lot, and you got 16 of these for what did I say? $17.98. So, and there's a variety of designs, as you can see. So, good to have. You know, if you've got to take a last minute gift, a bottle of wine or something to somebody's place because they invited you at the last minute for, Christmassy cocktails, they have a boxed bottom. I don't think that's too bad at all. So, overall, I think I did really well. Still don't know what these are for. No idea. I'll have to show them to Walter. But I have no idea what these are. They're not on my list. So, I wonder if they go with I know what they're for. They probably go with the zipper. They're probably a stop. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'd be sewing over the stop, so I don't need that so much. But, yeah, that's what they are. They're stops for the end of the zippers. Okay. Mystery solved. Pack them back in there. So overall, what I spent on this order, including tax, I spent $85.01, and then tax was $11.06. So the grand total was $96.07. And now, according to them, total of the items that I bought would have been $481.07. I saved $396.06. Yeah, I don't think so. All of this together would not come to that kind of money. That's an inflated number. But nevertheless, I still think I got bargains for what I wanted. And I am not disappointed in the quality of any of these items. So I don't think I did too badly with this. So that's my Temu haul.
So yeah, once I get all of those things organized and put together in the little packages that I'm making up, I will show you what those look like then in a few weeks' time. Okay, so that takes me to So Chatty this past week. Well, making a shirt with Stephen, with me, and Walter is my teacher, of course, if you've been watching us along, and I know a lot of you have been following along, and some of you are actually making the shirt. Now, I'm going to tell you what the pattern is for the umpteen time that Walter uses, because I've had umpteen number of people putting this in the comments or sending me email, and we have said it. And we have said it pretty much every week since we started this project. But here it is again. So get out your notebook and write this down. I'll wait. Okay. It is called the Gosling. Gosling. All you need to do is go into Google. You know how to use Google, right? Sometimes I wonder if some of you do. Go into Google, put in Gosling men's shirt pattern, and you'll find it. It's not a free pattern. You'll probably have to pay for it from wherever it comes from. But Walter likes it because the instructions are very, very clear. And this is what the style. All of his shirts that he makes are the Gosling style, and that's what he's teaching me right now. So if you're following along with us and you want to get a pattern, that's what it's called. Once again, the Gosling. Okay, think of baby geese. Yes, they're a Gosling. Okay, so this week coming up, last week we attached the shoulders to the yoke. Excuse me, this week we're putting in the sleeves. Now, this is tricky because you're basically putting a round thing in a square hole. And it's not quite like doing a drunkard's path, so Walter has told me. Walter has a method that recently he just learned how to use. It isn't a new method, but to him it was new, and he loves it. And that's what he's going to teach me. And it involves doing a basting stitch because you have to do some gathering of your easing in of your fabric into the shoulder hole for the sleeve. Sounds scary, so we'll see. And we have to get out the serger as well this week. So yeah, this week's going to could be a bit of a disaster for me. I don't know. Stay tuned if you want to see a shit show. Yeah. Well, I don't think it will be. Walter's a good teacher. So, and I've been learning a lot. But this is probably the trickiest part so far in the shirt making process. So that's what we're doing this week, putting in sleeves. Okay, so that takes me to subscribers quilt of the week. This comes from Daphne Billings, and it's a beautiful creation. This week's quilt from a subscriber comes from Daphne Billings, and this is a beautiful Christmas quilt that she has here. Looks like she used a panel in the center, and she says, here's my latest Christmas quilt. It starts with a panel in the center, some stockings, holly, and bows from another pattern, and merged with a tree and gift boxes from yet another one. The finished size is about 92 inches by 104 inches. It fits a queen-size bed quite well. So this is what I was saying last week about taking an existing pattern and pulling in elements from maybe other patterns or other sources and making them your own quilt. And that's exactly what Daphne's done here with the quilt. And she said she had some stockings, holly and bows from another pattern, and she merged them all together to create this beautiful creation. I love her border with the stripped pieces on it. I think that really sets the quilt off, and just overall it's just a beautiful quilt. Now I can't see the quilting that's in it in this picture, and so I don't know whether or not she did it on a long arm or on a domestic machine or sent it out to be done. But no matter what way she did it, it still made a beautiful, beautiful Christmas quilt. And it does fit a queen size bed, she says. So yeah, it's lovely, Daphne. And thank you for sharing your beautiful creation with us. So the YouTube video of the week comes from a YouTube channel called Quilting with Don. Don is a gentleman, a retired, I think he was in the Navy, but I'm not absolutely sure. He lives out in Victoria, BC. And he took up quilting fairly recently and does a fantastic job. Oh my God, the man makes me sick with envy. He is so good, and he does things outside of the box. He's not just doing your random everyday kind of quilt pattern. He is doing a lot, putting his own spin on a lot of these things and his color choices, and he takes you through his whole entire process through a series of videos. His latest series is called Sealife Quilt, and well, here's my review of that. This week's YouTube video of the week is one by someone that I have reviewed his channel before and pointed out several of his videos to you, and this is another one. And Don, Quilting with Don, this is called Quilting with Don Sealife Quilt, and what he likes to do is likes to show you his process through making each quilt. But the thing about his quilts that I really like is how outside of the box he thinks, and his thought process when he picks a new pattern to do. Now this one is obviously has something to do with sea life, and that's something that's very personal to Don because he is a scuba diver as well as many other things. And in this particular video he's just starting it as a series opener, as he calls it, and he's showing you the fabrics he has picked for this quilt. I think it's going to be a wonderful creation, and he is really, his quilts are more a question of being art quilts more so than traditional quilts, although he does blend the two together very, very well. So if you want to get some inspiration, I suggest you check out this video by Quilting with Don called Sealife Quilt Series Opener. Okay, so what future projects do I have down the road? Well, you've heard me talk about this before. You know how much I love In the Hoop 3D projects. And I have a little gingerbread Christmas village that's all not 3D, In the Hoop embroidered. That's what I said. Did I say 3D before? Well, I meant embroidered projects. And I saw this new edition on OESD. It's called the Freestanding Gingerbread Windmill. Now, it was expensive. They wanted $41, almost $42 Canadian for it. But they always have sales this time of the year. Right now, they probably have some sales on, well, not probably, I know they have sales on Halloween-related items. And once Halloween is over, which is this week, they will start putting out weekly sales in the next month for a lot of their Christmas projects. And that's the time to buy some of these more elaborate pieces. And they just put the Freestanding Gingerbread Windmill on for 50% off. So about 50, I think it was 45%. Came out to about $26 Canadian. Still pricey, but there's a lot of pieces. And I can see why it's pricey, because whoever designed it spent hours and hours and hours designing this. So I bought it. I haven't done it yet, but Walter and I are going to sort of do it together and make it into our next series. After we finish making the shirt, we're going to do this. I'm not absolutely sure how we're going to do this in terms of camera work and stuff like that, but we are. And we'll show you from beginning to end how to create one of these. They're really beautiful creations. And if you've been sitting on the fence about buying yourself an embroidery machine, once you see this kind of thing that you can do, you're going to want one. You're going to ask Santa. for an embroidery machine. I guarantee it. Okay, so that will be coming up. And I've been working on a bunch of other things, so I thought I would insert a little video clip showing you all my works in progress.
So what am I working on this week? Well, you'll have to excuse the noise because I've got a lot of things going at once in here in terms of machines. So I've got my embroidery machine going, and I'm making the panels for the In the Hoop Tropical Leaves bag, which I showed you a week ago, the wine bag that I made from this pattern by not doing all of the panels and making it a little smaller. Well, this is the large size, full size bag that I'm making right now. And this is the fourth panel that I am sewing out. There's actually 3 panels for the front of the bag, the same 3 panels for the back of the bag. So it's going to take some time, and then we have to assemble it, put the handles on and all that, and the lining with that. This is going to be a gift for my hairdresser. Now, up on the design wall, as you can see, a very familiar pattern. This is the pattern Whirls of Wonder, I believe it's called. Yeah, I don't have the pattern close to me, but I'll check that in a second. But this is by Stephanie Stitches. I always have trouble remembering the name of this pattern, and it's not hard. Anyways, I have 6 of the 8 blocks done. So we're working on that, and I've been really not working on it steadily because I'm working on that bag, as I've already pointed out to you. And I've also got my 3D printers going over here, making some things for an idea I have for making a Christmas tray centerpiece. I've ordered a tray, sort of like I did with the Halloween one, the Thanksgiving one. It's on my table still now. So there's some items there that I'm printing. I have an idea in my head. I'm just not sure how to transform. And here on the printers, I've got something that's a storage system that I've just discovered called Grid Infinity, and I'll talk more about that on the vlog. But anyways, yeah, I'm very busy this week. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. And we'll carry on. I like being busy. I like being creative.
Now, I did mention about the windmill that's in the hoop, and I thought you might want a little closer look at the pattern, at least for it. It's not really a pattern, it's the instructions and the files for making it, which I downloaded, purchased from OESD. So here's what I'm talking about as one of my future projects that Walter and I might be doing together. A future project that I want to work on and actually make into a series for Walter and I to work on together for So Chatty is this project, which is called the Freestanding Gingerbread Windmill. It's part of the Christmas Village series that OESD has. And this particular pattern comes from their subsidiary company called Scissortail Stitches. It was, though, at the time that I first saw this, very expensive. Prices quoted here are all in Canadian. It was $41.42, but just this past week they put it on sale for almost half price. So that's when I nailed it. And I'm really looking forward to doing this because I have several of the gingerbread houses, the 3D freestanding gingerbread houses that are for part of their Christmas Village collection that I have done in past years and come out every year at Christmas. And when I saw this one, I fell in love with it. Also because it's got a bit of a connection to Walter's heritage because he is of Dutch background. But I think it's very, very pretty design, and I can't wait to get started making on it. But as I said, Walter and I are going to work on it together, and we're going to take you through this step by step because these are not hard, but they are time consuming and they are a little tricky because there's a lot of little pieces. One of the reasons why they're probably very expensive too. But needless to say, I now have it and I'm raring to go with this, and that will be coming up on this channel in a few weeks' time. Okay, so that takes me to online quilt stores. This one is called Trendex. This is a little different kind of online quilt store. They're out in Western Canada, and I think they're basically a wholesaler. You, as an individual without a vendor's license, can buy from them as well. And they have a fairly extensive collection of fabrics, but, well, you'll know what I mean once you've seen my review of it, and here it is. This week's online quilt store is called Trendex Fabric, and they are located in Western Canada, and they are strictly an online store. And I think they supply a lot of fabric at wholesale for other quilting stores as well. But this is their front page right here, and they do tell you that they have the largest collection of quilting fabrics online in Canada. They offer Moda, Hoffman, RJR, and a few others that I haven't heard of before. So let's just check out Shop All and look at their fabrics and see what they have to offer. Okay, right off the bat, I'm taking off a point because I don't like their interface for finding fabrics. On the right-hand side, you can see well, maybe I'll take that back. They do have a filter by theme, and they have a selection of themes, filter by color, filter by metallic, filter by collection. So if you know the collection, they have quite a few of them. And filter by designer. Okay, well, okay, that's one way to find fabrics. That's not bad. I take it back. I'm not going to take a point off for that. Well, let's check out here. Let's see, this is by designer. Do they have Northcott under designer? They don't, but they have, you'd have to know the name of the designer. And I'm just looking here for someone that I do recognize. Let's see. I thought I saw Lori Holt, but I guess I did not. Okay, I don't ever remember the name of designers for quilting fabric. So I'm just looking here. Okay, well, Benartex. I do like Benartex fabrics. Let's take a look at what they have to offer. Okay, it looks to me like their price is anywhere from $23.50 to $24.50 a meter. Everything's in meters, that's good, but they are higher priced. In fact, they are at the high end for the price on fabrics. Not a bad selection, but because of their price, I'm taking off a point because I think they're a little on the expensive side. Let's see what they've got in. Okay, regular cotton. 4,000, over 4,000 in regular cotton. Okay, you could be looking for days on this. Still not a big fan of their search engine for this, so I'm taking off half a mark for that. Prices, though, are pretty much the same as what we just looked at, $23.50 a meter and up. Now, I did see a package of pre-cuts here, so I'm wondering if they have a separate section for pre-cuts or not. I like to see a separate section for pre-cuts. Yeah, it looks like they may be intermixed. Oh, wait, maybe not. Here we go. Pre-cuts. Okay, no, they do have a separate section, so that's good. $20, $19.99 Canadian for charm packs. That's a little more than I pay at most quilt shops. I usually pay about $16, $17 for charm pack. $79.99 for layer cake. Again, that's a little on the high side. Yeah, but not a bad selection of pre-cuts. Jelly rolls are expensive. They've got 3 pages of these. Did it tell me at the top how many they have? 105. So selection-wise, not so bad. And over here, you can filter it down to just jelly rolls or layer cakes. The jelly rolls are, yeah, again, all their fabric is on the high end of the scale, and I've already taken a point off for that, but good selection of things. Okay, let's go back to Shop All. I don't know what maple pre-cuts are. Okay, are these layer cakes? Oops, sorry, I went back over. Okay, maple cakes. So I am assuming these are layer cakes. And they just call them maple cakes. And yeah, well, they've got some very interesting designs. Looks like if you're looking for novelty fabrics, they have a good selection of novelty fabrics like this School of Magic. Yeah, okay, that's okay. Again, the one thing that's holding me back from them is the price. Batiks, what are they charging for batiks? Same price, $23.50. Everything seems to be about $23.50, with the odd one being $24.50. Batik wise, not a bad selection. A lot of these I have seen before. They have Bali Batiks by Hoffman, and they have 8 pages of them. And what's the selection here? 376. So, well, there's not a bad selection to choose from. They do have flannel as well, and just for, I don't use flannel, but what are they charging? $20.95, so almost $21 a meter. Again, everything's on the higher side here. Brands, yeah, this is interesting. I don't know what this is. This looks like an unfinished page. New Hoffman logo. Okay, so it looks to me like that page is not completely finished yet. I don't know how new their website is. Collections. Okay, so here basically you have a page in text form in different collections. Okay, again, looking for Northcott, because that's one of the ones I go to a lot. Nothing by Northcott. That's interesting. They're a Canadian company, and yet they don't carry Northcott. I wonder why that is. They seem to have a lot of things here, so this might be the page to go to if you're looking for a certain name of a fabric line. Do they have Tula Pink? I don't see Tula Pink listed either. Interesting. Okay. Designers. Oh, well, maybe she's under designers. Nope. No, she is not. But they have a lot of designers. So, yeah, okay. This almost does feel more like something that a quilt shop would go to buy from, but at those prices, I'm sure a quilt shop doesn't, but maybe they offer things at wholesale. Inspiration, what's under that? Okay, stuffed animals, tote bag, sewing curves with petals. Okay, they have dates for these. So are these classes or work classes? I don't know why there's a little clock beside each of these. No, they're not classes. They look like they're basically free online tutorials. Maybe that's the date it was posted. Yeah, I guess this is just the date these things were posted. Okay. Well, that's all right. You get some different tutorials and things on how to do certain projects. Okay, what about shipping? Well, I did see at the bottom of a page a section on shipping, so let's check that out. Okay. Orders over $149 before tax, they give you free shipping. Okay, that is all right. Under that, it's $15 flat rate. That's not bad at all. Okay, shipping times in Canada, 2 business days for local mail, 3 business days within the province, 4 days for national mail. So basically anywhere between 4 days or so. Well, 2 to 6 business days, it said here, depending on where you are in Canada. Do they ship to the States? They don't say whether they ship to the States or not. But you can email them, I guess, to find out about that. Just looking here. Nope, I don't see anything about international shipping. So, okay, so yeah, if there's fabric you're looking for that you can't find anywhere else, this may have it, but you're going to pay for it. But if you go over 150 bucks, you're going to get free shipping. And even if you don't, it's only $15, so that isn't bad within Canada. But basically, I think I would go to this site is if there's something I am looking for specifically and I can't find it one of my usual sources, and with the understanding that I will be paying more for it. And I also noticed they do not have batting, they do not have um, wide back fabric at all. I'm going to take off half a mark for that because I really think a quilt store should be offering those things as well. So that takes us to an 8 out of 10, which isn't bad. But the big killer here is the price, I think. So that's Trendex. Like I said, if there's something specific you can't find anyplace else, you might have a better chance of finding it here. I'm always looking for new suggestions for Canadian, it's got to be Canadian, online, has to be online, quilt stores. I have done probably close to 200 reviews over the past couple of years of quilt stores. And each week when I'm planning for the next week, I do a search and it's getting harder and harder to find ones I have not reviewed. But if you've got some to suggest, and even if you think I may have done it before or not, just throw it in a comment or send me an email. And the likelihood is that I probably have done it, but I never know. You might come up with something I have never heard of before. So yeah, if you know of something, just send it on to me and I will check it out. Okay, so that's pretty much the end of today's episode. Just a reminder again, Pop-Up Sew Day this Saturday, November the 2nd, 8 a.m. The doors open. Come and go whenever you wish for that. And, well, I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.